Hi all, welcome to this rest of the world market watch video focusing on the team of the season cards that are in the rest of the world. I will try and get all the leagues covered in general as the week goes on because I want to get talk about basically team of the season cards which are practically on the backside and kind of discuss what is the plan now for obviously the rest of FIFA. So smash links be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GZLegend, all the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links as always. Hopefully you find this useful, folks. So basically the rest of the world cards are probably a very strong indicator to tell you that the market is dying on its backside. Now in terms of cards in general, the team of the season cards, there is only really a small handful that are kind of keeping a decent value. In terms of them, the ones that are keeping actual value just now out of this first page is Bozok. He's the only one that seems to be keeping any sort of value. I think that's a lot of that stems from being just popular for the guaranteed team of the season SBCs, but I am fully aware that people have been using the higher rated cards that they pack from the leagues, whether it be La Liga, Bundesliga, EPL, etc. They've been using them towards the next week's, the next run as it were. So these kind of low rated cards are practically useless. They're between their minimum price at like 20,000 coins to 25 to 28 or even 30k depending on the rating, because some of them, if they're at least 90 plus, some of them are kind of at least going to 30k, but honestly they are genuinely flatlining horribly. The way this is going, and I get a horrible feeling this may happen over Ultimate, or it might just happen just after, is that all of these team of the season cards could genuinely flatline to minimum price, and that is it. That is when you would say, right, you could buy any of these team of the season cards for a minimum price, especially the rest of the world. Most of the rest of the world, I would say, the only ones that you won't be able to get for a minimum price could be like Bozok, like Alex Telles, maybe even Kokorum, I doubt, Proms and Talisca, some of these kind of like the higher rated kind of godly tiered ones that people will kind of still want to use for teams. But cards like Kokorum, Bobo, Martinez, Jensen, Nakamba, that these are cards that folk aren't really going to buy and touch. The only way they're going to touch these, if they're at 25k, is to try and buy them at minimum price to flip, and then hope and pray they can sell it for 23, 24k, but there's absolutely no guarantee whatsoever, folks, I'm afraid. The market is genuinely on its backside. We're going to try and cover as many of these types of videos, not only over the weekend, but over the coming days. I've been meaning to do this, folks, but I've been bogged down with everything over the last couple of weeks, and apologies for the complete lack of videos on the channel. As I said, I'm going to be churning these out, covering a lot of market watch videos, and get these out the road. But even like my Mbabu, like folk are like, oh my god, that card looks amazing, and like no one else is like, since then it's like, oh, it's 25k, it's like, who cares, I'm not interested. It's like, it's became one, it has kind of been common case for a lot of these cards. I think the only way around what could have solved this, and I'm hazarding a guess on this, is if all the cards for like your Zuich, your Telles for example, if they'd stuck to the usual structure they'd done for the team of the season releases, like a pro league team of the season, an Eredivisie team of the season, the Super League, Liga NOS, Russia, etc, etc, then we might have saw a difference, that these cards like Proms or Brahimi for example, they wouldn't be the price they would be. There'd be other cards that would be lower, but these other high rated cards would be the ones that would be slightly higher because they're not getting packed as much. That's what a lot of it is stemming from. It has been because they are getting packed so much. So like guys like Vormer, yes, he's 93 rated, but he's been packed that much that the card is practically worthless. All it's getting a use for is SBCs. Folk would say to themselves, right, I'll go and look, you would then go and look at the SBCs for icons for example, and you say to yourself, right, I could do these teams, I could do the 87, 88, 89 rated squads of the high rated ones, but they would say, right, I could buy 3 or 4 90 plus rated cards cheaper than like the 90 plus rated base cards, and you could say to yourself, right, can chuck a few of them in, and all I have to do is supplement with lower rated cards, and I'm sorted. And that is what's kind of become a common theme. These cards have now, all they have is now for a use is doing icon SBCs, especially the high rated ones. So they've in theory became flawed for that reason, but it became flawed because yes, some of them have got great stats, but some of them don't add up. Like, I was looking over some of these cards like Brahimi or Fernandez or some of the guys on reserves or the bench. Some of them, for me, I'm like, that's a 93 rated card or a 91 rated card. I'm like, where is that kind of constant? Like, if you looked at compared the stats, you see yourself, some of them don't add up, and it's become a bit of a it's became a bit of a bad theme, really. It's almost as if it's just these team of the season cards have became wrong for the kind of off for the wrong reasons, which is a bit of a shame, really, because some of these cards I think a lot of people would have really liked, but they've not developed a use other than getting just basically chucked in for an SBC, whether it be the icon, the guaranteed team of the season, or one of the the rest of the world SBC. They haven't. If nobody's playing with them, they haven't got a use. There's no demand. Like, all they're getting is people will complete the SBC to pack them, and that is pretty much it. And they'll either just sit in a club, or they'll get sold pretty much right off the bat, or they'll be quick sold. Well, I wouldn't imagine quick sold, because you would lose a few thousand coins. Because like Dajanini, he's like 25k, and folk were like, oh my god, I'm so excited to try him out. So like, folk were like, the initial excitement is there, and that's been the theme of a lot of these cards. But that's about it. There's it's like dies on a whimper. It's just been the common theme with these rest of the world cards. And when I go and touch about the rest of the team seasons as the week, like not just as the weekend goes, but hopefully the week goes, as I kind of blast through them all fairly quickly, is the market needs looked at for FIFA 19 in terms of, right, how does this problem in team, especially during team of the season, because with the World Cup mode, the market prices were still kind of stable enough, but as I said, they've completely collapsed the minute the World Cup mode kicked in, because everything just suddenly went into free fall. It's like a market, like, that was the market crash. It was due to happen, but it's just kind of killed everything. Like, nothing has a use. Mainly because a lot of folk are just more interested in, obviously, the World Cup mode, but also the main FIFA is just kind of like big whoop, the ultimates out. After that, it's like, what else can I look forward to? But in all honesty, folks, it's just a case of wait and see what happens with the market. It's not, I can't see it recovering anytime soon, but it's going to be interesting. But it gives you a lot of chance for you to try and play with some of these cards for super cheap. Let me know in the comments if you've got any at all. Smash like, so we sub to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you all later.